Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update on the ZOIDS Hunter Wolf that I picked up a couple weeks ago. I separated all the parts, but I actually got all the parts primered. I was going to leave it original color, but I don't like the blue and the black and the yellow. It doesn't work for me, so I went with a metallic. This is from Games Workshop. It's called Lead Belcher. It's their primer. It's got a really satin metallic finish, like a dark metal. And then I went for a dark gray. Again, it's a Games Workshop paint. I can't remember the name. It's some kind of Games Workshop name because they copyright all their names. But I went for a gray for the armor panels, because I wanted it to be, you know, also the little rubber plastic end caps. These are the things that fasten the parts together, you know, keep so you can move them and stuff like that. So I'm going to put this together, and we're going to get it going, and then I'm going to finish painting it, because I wanted to do some weathering on all the metallic, you know, all the pistons and stuff like that. You know, there should be like, you know, oil or grease or something. You know, I want it to look kind of like it's been out in the cold, in the snow, you know, so a little weathering, maybe a little rust here and there, you know, just to give it some character. But those are all the parts so far. There's the motor. I actually primered the motor as well, because I just wanted, because you're going to see it through the model. You're going to actually see it through these ports here. So I wanted to be able to primer it, and I'm going to give it another, like a different color wash than the rest of the model. So it'll probably be like a brownish, you know, maybe a little rust in there. I don't know. I'm debating on it. But there it is so far. We're going to build it up and then see what I need to do to paint it. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, here is the Zoid Hunter Wolf finished, or at least built for the most part. I still have to put the eyes in and the stickers, but I'm not going to do that yet because I still want to paint. And I just kind of put it together to mock it. I can't, the switch won't work right now. The on-off switch isn't working, so I'm going to have to take it apart and figure out why the motor's not working. But this is pretty much it. So the gray kind of blends with the steel a little bit, but once I start painting everything and shading and washing, you know, and inking everything, it'll change the color a bit. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty big model, actually. That's my hand. It's not bad. There's a lot of details on this thing. You know, there's a little flamethrower in there. That's supposedly the core. There's the thing with the battery I gotta check. So he's supposed to walk and then stop and then do the roar that he's doing right now, and then the cannon will come up, and supposed to do all that cool stuff. So I'm gonna pop it apart and try and figure out why the battery's not working. You see the feet there, floppy. That's my only real, they're using these poly caps, these little poly caps to put everything together that moves. So I think this is supposed to go up. This gun goes up somehow. I don't know. There it goes. Like that. And then it spins. And the wings, these wing thingies come out. But it does it all on its own when the battery is connected and stuff. But there you go. And there's a little pilot there. That's weird. Just a clear plastic. I don't know why they went with clear plastic, but it's definitely interesting. But it gives it, you know, when you put the pilot in there, it gives it a scale. Obviously, like it's not that big of a robot. But you take the pilot out, and then, you know, obviously it looks bigger. They said it's 1/72 scale, but this is way too. I don't know. I don't know if it's 1/72. Maybe it is. I'll have to look. I got a model kit at home that's 1/72. We'll have to check and see, but I don't think so. But anyway, there you go. That's the ZOIDS Hunter Wolf kit. I kind of like it. I might get a second one. I'm thinking about the Stegosaurus. We'll see. we'll see what I do. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Okay guys, here we are. It's completed. I've got the armor on. I've got the eyes actually in there. I'm not gonna glue anything yet because I am gonna take it apart to finish the paint on it, because I want to weather all the metal parts and stuff like that, and you know, give the gray a nice dry brush and highlight, and kind of give it a winter wolf kind of feel. Very cool model. The detail is just really, really cool. Even the eyes, like you can see that. I'm going to paint those up. I've got all these panel lines I can do. You know, it's really cool. And I got the situation with the battery fixed. There is still one problem, and I think it's due to the paint, because I basically painted everything. This piece here is actually supposed to rotate via gear, but it doesn't do it very well. You can hear it click a little bit. I think that there's just I could probably fix that with a spacer. So I will toy around with it later, but for now, I'll show you guys just the walking feature. Classic Zoid. It's awesome. He's kind of walking. He's turning a little bit while he walks. Move up, buddy. I'm gonna chopping. Okay. Let's get the battery. Turn it off there. Now, when it's functioning, this pops up and out a bit. This does as well. This is supposed to rotate and then spin. It's some sort of like sonic attack weapon. Like I watched the video game, and it opens up and it shoots like a big sonic wave around it. So you can hear it. You can hear the gear for this moving, but it's not moving the thing. So I'm wondering if it's just the thick paint or what. And I thought it was supposed to stop and then do the gun thing, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I saw the wrong trailer or something in a YouTube video. But on a YouTube video I watched, and it walked, then it stopped, then this thing popped up, and it rotated the gun, and then it went back down, and then it started walking again. But it could have been edited that way. I don't know. But I guess that's what it was supposed to do. So I'm gonna take it apart again, and I'm gonna figure everything out. I'm gonna grease the gears and see if I can put a spacer in the gear that's in here to make sure that it rotates the cannon here. This little sonic part right here, it's supposed to rotate. But yeah, that's it. That's the Hunter Wolf. And like I said, I think I am gonna get one more. I got my eye on that Stegosaurus, only because it's my favorite dinosaur, or maybe even the Shadow Fox. I don't know. I'm debating. We'll see. I don't know for sure, but it will probably be the Stegosaurus. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. All right, guys. Here it is. Finally finished. I painted it all up. The ZOIDS Hunter Wolf. This kit. Let me turn this light off here. It was really easy to put together. So I mean, everything snaps together 1, 2, 3. There's no glue needed unless you want to use glue. I did, which is why my cannon here, I couldn't take it apart to shim the gear, because it was glued together, and it's plastic glue, so it wasn't worth taking apart. I thought that it was something wrong with my kit, but apparently this kit in particular has the same problem where this doesn't rotate when you turn it on. So I mean, it's okay, because it's not something I'm gonna be playing with. It's just something for display purposes. So yeah, you can see I finished it up here. Let me just get this guy up. I don't know if the camera's going to show it, but I did some edge highlighting, some shading, some dry brushing. You can see some of the pistons in there. I actually used this pen that I bought for my RC cars. It's called Liquid Chrome. It's actually just a paint pen, you know, just like a regular paint marker. And I used it on certain parts, like you can see here, this little dial here, these pistons, the claws there, you know what I'm saying? The teeth on the wolf are chrome. I just felt like it would give it a, you know, a little bit different look, you know what I'm saying? Like give it a little bit more character. But yeah, it wasn't a bad kit. Is it worth the price? It's pretty expensive. I ordered it from China, and before I realized I could actually just get it on eBay. But this one was kind of hard to find on eBay. They have tons of Ligers, but they don't have a lot of the wolf ones, like the Command Wolf and this one, and you know, that stuff. And you know, these kits are kind of pricey, in my opinion. But you know, it was a fun build, like I said. You know, if you're into the Zoids, like, you know, the old school ones, this is definitely a step. I used to have one of the old school little Tyrannosauruses with the bird feet that walked, you know, and I mean, they were cool for the time, you know, it was the 80s. What do you know? But this is definitely more artistic driven, you know what I'm saying? It looks more like a mech, like a Gundam, you know what I'm saying, or something of that nature. So let's see, we're gonna do this here real quick. I'm gonna open this up. So you got to be careful because this stuff will just come right off. You know, nothing's glued on. So you got to lift that, and then open it up. And I actually painted on the inside there some more chrome. And then the cannon goes like this. And I've gotten chrome trim on the cannon too. I mean, I did some washing and weathering, you know, just to kind of give it some color, you know, some depth, rather than just, you know, the plain silver, gray, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I put some of the decals on. I really don't like them at all. Actually, I'm not a fan of them. It's just me. I don't know. There's one there. And then one there. I think it says Freedom. Something like that. And I think that one says Freedom too. Where is it? That one there. But I don't know. It's just something about them. I guess because they're so shiny. I don't know. I might still just peel those off and leave it as it is, and maybe put some markings on it, like military numbers or something like that. You know. And which is why I went with the gray color scheme anyway. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it went together pretty well. The instructions are completely in Japanese, so I mean, you just got to know by sight what you're doing. Oh, there's a sonic attack. You know, and just take your time. They're not very difficult instructions at all. So, you know, if you're gonna paint them, I definitely recommend painting all the parts first. You know, and then making sure that all your moving parts are clean of paint. Like, so this rotating cannon here, I didn't clean the connection points to the outer pieces that hold it in place, so it's tight. I mean, I don't care because again, this is for display. But you know, if you're gonna play with it, you want to make sure you clean up the areas that you painted. You know what I'm saying? If you're painting it though, chances are you're probably not playing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually if you wind up painting something like this, is because you want to do what I'm going to do and display it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's all in all. I think it's a cool kit. I definitely like the look of it, especially now with the gray and the silver rather than the blue and the black. I mean, nothing against the original design. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty cool, but I just felt it would look cooler with a more realistic paint scheme. By the way, you cannot do this pose with this model. It just doesn't do that. like this, the way the legs are, they just don't do that. But all in all, like I said, pretty cool kit. Definitely worth it. I'm definitely getting a second one. I got the Stegosaurus coming, and I'm gonna repaint that one as well, and build that too. So stay tuned for that. Pretty soon, hopefully in a couple of weeks. I mean, I don't know. It's coming from Japan, so it usually takes a little longer to get here, but nonetheless, it's it's on its way. Let's see if we can get a little moving video here for you guys. Yeah, you've seen it 100 times, but we'll do it again. It's very awkward, very clunky movement, but it is what it is. But you see, that thing is supposed to spin, but it doesn't. And it's not the paint; it's just something with the gearing. It just doesn't do it, and it still turns as he walks. But anyway, there you go. That is the ZOIDS Hunter Wolf from ZOIDS Wild, is what they call it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would definitely, if you're interested in them, I would definitely at least get one, to kind of add to your collection if you're a collector, or if you're a mecha fan, you're into that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely say, yeah, go ahead and pick one up, because they're pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And again, you can play with them. They got that play feature, but primarily, it's for me, it's for display. All right, guys.